Be grand. Okay, then let's get started. It is the 12th of Deuterios. This is session 7. It is Loon Day, and the weather is crisp. An extremely clear day. And who are we playing today?
Uh, I am Ninad Runarson, um, a elf thief, somehow with a human parent.
Ah,
And I'm playing Acreon the Dry, a wizard of the Empire. Just a regular old human.
hmm. As for bringing out our alternates, as I think a few characters are in downtime and the like. All right, so is it Mirnad?
Ninad, Ninad. Drop it here on the marching order.
Gotcha, Ninad. Ninad Runarson. I think I just combined part of the phonetics of Runar into your name
Yeah.
when I heard it. My bad. And Steve, Acreon the Dry. Love it. Great. As alluded to earlier, we do have some folks coming in for townsfolk and adventurers for hire. So we have our hirelings and we have our adventurers. What are we thinking about?
Gond and Lens Breather.
Yeah.
All right. So in terms of the adventurers we want to bring, they do get a share of the treasure, and each of them is going to request the standard rate of 30 gold. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, assuming is that they demand that 30 gold up front.
yeah, absolutely upfront.
In that case, how much money do you have?
Good question. I didn't actually fill in how much I had for this character. Let me see. Gold rolled 50. No, where's my after? Current wealth 16 gold.
Okay, we can afford one of them between us.
Quarter of the way there. I
Uh,
mean, but really, do they need to be paid up front? What are they going to run to the
Yeah.
bank and deposit it?
No, but it's proof of good faith for the contract.
Oh yeah, I guess if we don't find anything in there, they're just going to be pissed.
Yeah.
okay. Um, which one should we take then?
Oh god.
So we
Where's
have
Gond?
yeah.
You said you've been in
Yeah.
the basement before, right?
I've been in the basement,
Were there a
but
bunch
not
of
my
corpses and
character.
undead in there?
It was mostly spiders and centipedes. There's a room which has some weird, like monkey things. They're like kind of animate statues. But we
Let's,
just slammed the door on them, so we can.
let's go with the fighter, I guess.
Yeah. Gond the fighter who has no armor.
Yeah.
But
Does he want to take that $30 we're paying him and just run straight to get some cheap
no,
armor or something?
that's his living expenses that you're paying him, so he can't use that money.
It's like he's not going to
He
live
does
very well if he's
well,
not armored up.
he does have I mean on his character, he does have 29 gold. Um I think armor's I think he can I don't know.
You could get leather for that.
You think he can buy leather for that?
I think leather's 5.
Leather's 20. I updated it to using OSE stuff. Yeah, he can buy leather. He'll buy leather. Doesn't make sense that he wouldn't. All right. So, who's buying him and who's gonna pilot Gond?
I mean, I think we're splitting the cost because neither of us
Yeah,
has
I can give you the
30
16
bucks up
gold I
front.
have.
Sure, but as a player, like who has sole custody? Not. I mean, he can be floated, and like obviously you can, someone else can roll him. But like when push comes to shove, who is Gond signed player wise?
Does it make sense
Yeah.
for me to do it since I'm melee?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, for example, the most practical thing I can think of is on what initiative does Gon go? Stuff like that.
Um, I'm happy for him to go with you, or if he goes on after my turn, and I can put people to sleep, then he can cut throats. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Okay. That's fine.
Okay. So if I'll pilot Gond.
Okay. I'll help you out by putting a big old 14 and the armor there. Or actually, oh, I'm dumb. I'm silly. It's actually not 14. It's 13. One, 0 dex, +2 for the shield, 1 for leather.
Okay.
Better than nothing.
9 gold. All right, welcome aboard, Gond. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, it is a very crisp, clear day. What's the goal exactly, so everyone knows?
To say fuck the weather, as beautiful as it may be, and dive into a deep, dirty basement.
Yeah. Return to the basement. What's going to be our general marching order?
Oh. We should have gone in front.
Yeah.
I guess the marching order doesn't have to be the who controls it or anything. So
Fighter, thief, wizard, or fighter, wizard, thief. Maybe have the thief further forward for spotting traps.
like in the front scouting up ahead, or
Not necessarily not out front. Maybe just like behind Gond.
yeah,
Should be able to see over his head. He's a dwarf.
yeah, I can do that easy enough.
All right, I'm helping you out. I went ahead and copied over the notes from the last time you were all in the basement, so it's available in sort of the scratch area.
Nice.
So Gon's up front, and at second, Tyrion back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Any issues getting there, or do we get to skip merrily through the sunshine?
Get to skip merrily through the sunshine. Your keen eyes and the clear conditions will reveal anything trying to wait or ambush you. There are a bunch of lazy baboons by the temple watching you.
Okay.
Damn lazy baboons should go get a job.
All right.
I guess you would come across a couple dead centipedes. They seem to have been, I don't know. There's no sign of obvious wounds that killed them. Maybe like there's extra bits of slime. It's an allusion to last week
Uh,
or last session.
no ghoul hand mysteriously in the center of them all.
I don't know. You haven't found the ghoul hand, but yeah, there's definitely a couple dead poisoned centipedes. But no, you make it to the first. You make it to the sub basement, and then you make it to the um actual, what we call the basement for the adventure.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm. It's all clear. What's the light situation?
I can carry a torch. Gond will need 2 hands for his sword and shield. What weapons are you carrying?
I have a short bow and a short sword, but I'll probably be using my bow most of the time.
Okay.
I also have
Um,
a lantern and 2 torches for backup. So
Okay. Um,
Old gun goes first. All right. Take it down the stairs. It's just like you left it. Smells vaguely of death and guano. There's still kind of like crumbling bits of earth, kind of drizzling down like this is a Prince of Persia level.
What's this 2 over here?
These are room labels. I believe Ed put on the map.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I will just follow your directions as this is my first time down here.
So
Where'd
okay.
y'all get to last time?
So fought there was a giant snake, which was the kind of crux of the last offering. Room 6 had the 3 monkey things in it, which were terrifying. We could head down this way. That might just loop round to the back of that room. We could check out, and then I think kind of going straight ahead north. Things open out a bit more, so maybe check out this area first, and then if
Yep.
it doesn't lead to much, we head back and just go straight on up.
and for the record, I have our torches lighting at 8:18, or whatever your time zone is, the 18th minute of the hour.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So what's the final plan?
This
to the right.
stone turning to mud. I guess that's a natural pathway that seems to be melting a bit.
Yeah. So the Arcontians pavers gives way to mud and detritus. Your lantern will certainly reflect some unsightly things, mostly things with many legs crawling around that door and going above. There's also this vague smell. So I described death and guano. There's this vague smell coming down that way of, I described it as almost like citronella.
No
So like,
mosquitoes.
yeah, like very, very acrid, sickly sweet. Some kind of chemical herbal concoction kind of thing.
Okay.
But doesn't seem to be working against these centipedes.
And these are normal sized centipedes and spiders, right?
Hmm.
Sorry, no. The unsightly part is the size of these
Okay.
squirmy things. To your best guess, you reckon there's probably a small nest out there.
Okay.
So maybe we try behind these monkeys. Go back a bit.
Yeah.
Um.
They're currently they're not, the centipedes aren't ignorant of you, but they're not also interested.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think we want to test our luck and like jump right into them.
Yeah, your light source is showing more than 3, less than a dozen. So
Okay.
you just hear more chittering in the dark, and you don't know if it's echoes or actual bogeys.
Okay, I'm happy looking for a less centipede route.
Yeah.
Okay. So room 6 is where the monkeys were, and the door next to it is like a load-bearing door. That we like. I think it runs the risk of the roof collapsing if we try and open it, which is why we did not last time.
Was this also a door right here in the corner of the monkey room?
Yes, there is a door, but we basically, as soon as the monkeys started moving, we backed out of that door and locked it again.
Oh, those are real monkeys.
Yeah, they're like they looked kind of like statues of monkeys, and then they came to life and tried to attack us.
Okay,
But
fair.
we won initiative and ran away.
What was behind this way? Okay.
We saw that there was a corridor going up, but we didn't explore because we needed to bail out. So we came back through the altar room to escape.
Shall we check out this area?
Yeah. Okay. So if we go up the cross,
And
up
then
to
left.
here, hook left.
You're gonna go up the cross for one turn. So let me just make an encounter check real quick. Okay. So I'm gonna stop you there then.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's see the encounter distance. Okay. What's reaction? Okay. The good news here is that it's another creepy crawly that appears indifferent to you. But if anyone was in the session last time, you recognize that it is a horse-sized green centipede-like creature currently slithering down the wall towards you, slow and steady, leaving a trail of slime. It's like imagine it's just turned the corner, or like has turned the corner and coming south down that what would you call your right wall on the north side?
Okay. Do we just want to bolt? Do we want to engage it?
It didn't seem to notice us yet. So, I mean, I think let's go down here at the corner and then see if it continues on or moves past us. Maybe it's just going back to the hive of centipedes.
Okay. Okay,
Right.
so go along maybe as far like halfway along. These are 10-foot squares, aren't they?
Yeah.
So like our light would just kind of be at the edge,
Yeah.
so we can see whether it's coming after us or going the other way.
Okay, yeah. You make it to the old spider den. By the way, there are like detritus in the hallway that you're in of basically chewed on, gnawed bones of the snake. It's still left over here, but all the good bits have been clearly eaten down. So curiously, you would peer inside those double doors where the snake room was. There was also no sign of spiders or spider webs in there either.
Okay.
Thing is taken to them, and to make matters even more spicy, who's in the back? That'd be you, Steve.
That's me. Yeah.
Yeah. Guess what? The horse-sized centipede is turning the corner as it's currently in the intersection and is having his little sensor petaplop things going towards your direction. It's not making. It hasn't changed speed. It hasn't changed speed or nothing. It's just meandering this way.
Okay. I think I'm going to try and put it to sleep. Is that at least, if the spell fails, then we'll know it's pretty tough. Do you want us to drop into initiative for that, or is it just kind of
no
towards us in a chill manner?
Yeah, no, I think you can fire it off because it's not hostile. So
Yeah.
I
don't think it would recognize someone casting a spell as
exactly. So I don't think there's like a chance of like not so fast it's going to try to rush you or something like that. Yeah, so it's just vibing. So yeah, the rules for you said sleep, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can put, if it's got 2 hit dice, assuming I can get the spell off.
Okay.
11. Yes. Okay,
right.
So if it's got 2 hit dice or less, then it falls asleep.
Sure. Does your spell create sort of like a lullaby sound, or is it like a power off computer sound, like boom, as I like time slows? Yeah, I'm not gonna make you sing the lullaby, but what do you think?
Just kind of effect, like little twinkly, sparkly dust that just settles on the target.
Okay. The the dust settles on the slimes, like the slimy back of the creeper, and it literally doesn't even notice.
Okay. All right. Let's back up some more.
Well, we can still say, like, for example, you know, if someone else wants to act, or does Gon want to turn around and do a rear guard at this point, or
Yeah, I mean, I think Gon should probably swap with you after he saw you cast that and it do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. What do you think? He would attack, or would he just kind of follow our vibe?
no, he's not going to follow your vibe, but he is going to turn around to defend you. But he's going to be like, "Lads, this foe is bigger than us. Manlings, we must retreat."
Yeah.
You know,
I'm all for that.
be sensible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we keep?
So you can't
pushing
retreat
it
the way
further?
you came, but I mean, I assume you prepped him at the inn about what your old notes were about where to go, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
he'll rear guard you from the giant centipede, the green caterpillar. I said centipede, but it's actually like a green caterpillar.
That's much cuter.
Yeah.
Is it now like falling along the floor, like, you know, scenting us out?
No, it's no longer scenting you. It's actually just going over the bones uh of the snake down here. You can see actually on bits left over from the slime. There's also like bits of wood on it. Like debris slowly
It's like
dissolving.
stuck to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but it's currently just om nom nomming some bones in the middle of the hallway.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess it's chosen the route that we're exploring. Let's head up this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess
If it-
I'm in the front now.
If it's stopped to munch on the bones, do we want Gon to go back up front?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fine. If you want this thing in their backs, that's your call. You know, as he's gonna march ahead. Sure. All right. Let me describe the dimensions that you're walking down this hallway, right? It's a 10, 20, the 30 foot, 5 foot wide corridor that then opens up into a so like the diagonal extends past the initial diagonal by approximately 5 feet.
By 5 feet.
Yeah. And continuing on this left wall path I'm going to describe to you, it extends it levels out, so it kind of goes parallel to the room 8 on your map. 5 feet before jutting left at 90 degrees, or jutting north, I should say, based on, I was saying left based on the position that you're walking in, but jutting north about 30 feet.
Why does this always default of the weird squiggly line?
Oh, hang on. It might help if I lock that.
Like this? Oh, I guess here.
Correct. It terminates at the northern end, 5 feet. Now I'm going to describe the right side wall.
Yeah.
5 feet from the northern side, northern corner, there is a door. And there is another door about 20 feet south from that door, and the wall is flush. Yeah. And the corner connects to the rest of your bottom right wall map in a right angle. So you basically are looking at 2 doors.
Like that.
Negative. One door. There's no doors on the left. There's one door 5 feet from the northern terminating hallway point.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's another door 15 feet, or sorry, 20 feet south of the first door that I just described. So it's actually pretty much right around the turning point of this hallway. Right, so it's across from the turning point of the hallway, this 5-foot hallway that goes north.
So is this a T point like that?
No, it's a door. So it's basically a flush. So you're looking at a single hallway of 5 feet that kind of snakes north.
Yeah.
And then on the far side of what you are, so on the right-hand wall, there are 2 doors. That's correct.
Okay.
The only other thing I would emphasize again is that this hallway terminates at the north. There's no other.
Okay.
There's a wall. Yeah. Not a junction. A couple notes. The door that's closest to you smells pretty strongly of death or rot, but just barely, because getting closer to that door to the north you're hearing the sounds of buzzings and definitely strong guano. As well as a little bit of that citronella.
Audio was cutting out a bit. I heard
Oh,
one of
sorry.
the doors smells of strong guano, and
Yeah. All right. So let's just call them northern door and southern door.
yeah.
Southern door smells of decay. Northern door smells very strongly of guano, as well as sounds of buzzing.
Do both doors look the same?
Correct. Both of them appear to be traditional Arcantian stone doors. No signs of obvious locks or bars.
Should we check the southern door first?
Yeah, I was gonna say check the southern one.
Sure. We don't have a thief though, right?
I'm a thief.
Ah, right. Perfect. Okay.
Okay,
You'll detect.
Hold on, Gond.
Yeah.
Before you head in.
Right. Right. Before. So you examine the door, and you definitely
Yes.
see that this door has been shimmied with pretty well. Like another thief has opened this door and tried to keep it preserved. Like you see signs of the lock picking and and like handling, shoveling, crowbar, kind of force open gently, but preserving the door. So it's not jammed. It can just be pushed open, and as well as no signs of traps.
Okay, let's take a peek.
Okay. You see a putrid body of a halfling. With a bunch of flies and bugs on it.
I just missed most of that Discord crash, but I'm back.
Gotcha.
Dead halfling in the room.
Does he look like the thief?
Do all halflings look like thieves to you?
The one that specifically focused to shimmy this door open. Like, I don't know, has he got thieves kit on him?
He definitely has kit on him, but there's nothing obvious. He's not like, in his grip, it's not like he's holding a pick or anything like that. You'll have to get closer and look over.
Any sign of what killed him?
Yeah. There's a punctured mark near its neck. The body is drained of blood.
Want to look up
Yeah.
real quick in the room?
Yeah. Skittering across the surface is a large mosquito-like creature with leathery wings. Up, 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 up. You know, it's threatening you menacingly.
Can we menace it back?
Yeah. Let's do it in the form of initiative.
Flap your wings at it.
All right. Combat initiative.
Okay.
I like to call this out. You are fighting one of the most eponymous creatures in Shadowdark. The sting bat.
Scourge.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's legally distinct. Yeah.
Serial number filed off.
Yeah, it's a sting bat.
Okay.
I have to roll my initiative. 18 for moi. All right, looks like I get to do the first one. I think our thief's in the front.
Sure. I didn't hear if Gond went in or not because
No.
Discord a bunch.
Sorry. No, you're basically
yeah, I'm probably at the entrance.
Yeah. My assumption is that you have not entered the room yet, but you have opened the door enough to get a look at the body.
Correct.
Right, which means
Yep.
The creature that's been trapped in here with it is hungry again and is ready to pounce on you. So as soon as the door opens, you see that, and you see this menacing stinger fly at your head. +2. Ooh.
That does not come close to.
It's maybe one of its wings is aesthetically damaged, and so instead it falls to the ground and is trying to scurry at you. All right, my turn's over. Steve, is my connection bad?
So I think it's.
You have both been dropping in and out a little bit for me. I don't know if it's.
I'll turn off my camera. See if this is just, if this works. Sorry about that. Mir. Can't hear him. Wonder if there's just Discord stuff.
Maybe.
Let me check my connection. 0 outbound packet loss.
Yeah, mine's looking good. Should we do reverse order initiative?
It makes no difference. Yeah. Whoa.
That was me dropping off a bit that time.
I think we all dropped for a second. Can you hear us, Mir?
I do now.
Nice.
Okay.
But like Discord was completely unresponsive, and then everything else was slightly unresponsive.
Oh, jeez. Yep, just eating up your memory. All right. Do you think you're ready to take your turn, or do you want to go reverse order initiative so Steve can go as you work on your thing? On your tech stuff.
Well, I was just going to shoot it, but I can't tab over. So if you want to roll a bow with a +3.
Steve, you roll. You don't want me to roll for you, Mir.
17.
Strikes true.
What's damage on a bow?
Its short bow is D4. Yeah, and I'm not Whiskin, so I don't get additional damage or anything on it.
Down goes the sting bat.
Oh, poor baby.
Okay.
We're out of initiative.
I'm gonna just force restart real quick because this is.
Yeah, no problem. We'll just take a quick little. We'll just take a quick little break as you get back on.
Sure. Yeah.
Could we cut the patch off easy enough?
Yeah, you cut the plum patch off the corpse of the halfling.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll show it to the halfling people, I guess, if we see them.
Sure.
They might feel sentimental. They might not.
But do we want the iron spikes or the flask of oil or the parchment?
Yeah, I mean we'll take the note with us.
I've got iron spikes. I don't have oil though.
Okay. Do you want to? Did you say you had the lantern? Do you want to take the oil so you can fill up the lantern?
Yeah, I need to. I think I only have 10 slots though, so I need to. You want to take one of my torches then?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Give the I don't know how much a short sword is worth. More than nothing. Should give that to Gond.
Oh, to Gond. Isn't he already using?
Yeah, it can be sold as scrap.
Oh yeah, he does have a ton of.
He's got so many spaces, and it can always be
Yeah.
dropped later if it's
Yep, fair.
we find stuff that's more valuable. Okay.
So yeah, I guess on to check the next door.
This one smelt more like guano, and we heard flapping from it.
So probably more
More
stingbats.
Stingbats. Yeah.
A lot of buzzing. A concert of buzzing.
It's 1,000 bees at an orchestra.
Does the door appear to be locked?
No. No, it does not. But it does appear to be avoided.
Yeah.
Is there a keyhole I can look through?
Yeah. That sounds cool. All right, you take your time and peer through, and Christ, that's a lot of guano. The whole floor is just covered in stingbat poo.
Is poop flammable?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, guano's.
It's like that room's like 90% bat crap. You want to just ignite it and shut the door?
Throw the oil through. Molotov them out.
Yeah. Molotov, smoke them out, pin the door shut.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
It's like, hope nobody's in there. So we should coordinate on this. I'll like pull the door open and say, bombs away. And you toss it in.
Yeah. Sounds good. And then just slam it straight shut.
Okay. You open the door, and there is a nauseating smell of guano, and you see a giant mound of trash and debris kind of in the middle of this long rectangular room. And you can't even like see the walls. They're just like covered in stingbats. And you just throw this torch in there, right?
I think
the oil first.
Like
though, right?
use that oil that we just picked up. Just like, fling it in so it like spreads out, and then torch on top of it, and shut the door and hope that the even if it's not a load of fire, it'll be enough smoke can hopefully drive them to
run out. Yeah.
run out wherever they go to normally hunt.
Okay. So, yeah, and so it was. You hear the glass break and you hear the fire whiff, and there's this tremendous nauseating stench of burning guano. And you hear stingbats hissing, and just a cacophony of fluttering. They all seem to be trying to go, rather than down the hallways, they're trying to go somewhere else. And yeah,
They've maybe got like a way out. I seem to recall there being a rumor about giant bats that no one had seen. Could be these. It's like a way up to the surface.
Yeah. So you hear the flaming death throes of a few of them, but you hear much more Doppler effect flapping.
Okay.
As you are celebrating your conflagration, none other than the old green horse caterpillar thing is slithering up the hallway behind you.
Like, oh, hello,
This
friend.
guy. Okay.
I just open the door and walk into the now crispy poop room.
No, it's burning for 4 rounds.
Oh, okay.
If you open, I mean, yeah. I can give you the dimensions of the room as you saw it, right? I can't give you the dimensions of the fire because it's spreading.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
It's literally a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 45 by 20 long rectangular room. 20 the short.
Meters.
Yeah. No, 10, 45 feet. Everything here is in feet.
Yeah, right. 4.5. Copy.
So it's 45 by 20 rectangle, laying flatwise. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. There is a giant pile of trash pretty much dead on in the middle of that room. That was burning. It was one of the major fuel sources. And near that was an old chimney, like a fireplace. There's a brief cut of the game to the outside, and you see a bunch of birds flying away as these flaming stingbats are emerging out of the ground.
Walk upstairs. We've lit half the forest on fire.
Yeah.
Smokey the Bear is our next BBEG.
Yeah, you can't breathe in this room. I would require a concentration or constitution checks or whatever, just to, like basically you're swimming as far as holding your breath, as it's all smoke in here.
Cool. So, hello, caterpillar friend.
Yeah, it's probably pouring from the door underneath it as well.
Yeah,
but it's not affecting you in this room yet.
Um,
Probably there's a lot of burning. But yeah. Creepy horse thing is followed you up here. Creepy horse-sized caterpillar thing has followed you up here.
Is it less than 5 feet wide? Could we try to walk past it?
No, it's basically squeezing itself up here.
Oh, it's a big boy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do you want? Do you want to deal with the chemical warfare in the other room, or are we gonna beat the shit out of this caterpillar?
It's again, it's not hostile. It's just following you, and it's like smelling the smoke and is like very confused. It's like it's curious and being like, and spreading out its pedal pops like there's got to be a corpse here somewhere. Now it's getting
mean,
confused by the smoke.
we're kind of stuck between a squishy place and a smelly place.
I'd like to grab some rations out of my pack and kind of throw them towards the door where the halfling body is. Try and attract it in there.
Oh yeah,
Give it something to eat.
yeah, sure. Mark them off, and it will absolutely follow the rations, and then you've refound the trail to the halfling via your rations, your nice breadcrumbs.
Um,
All right,
does
it's
it
gonna
go
proceed
in
to
enough to that room to like shut the door on it,
yeah.
or is it just yeah?
Oh yeah, you just
Uh,
lock it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we
now.
can.
Um,
Yep. Slam the door
So
and start firing in those iron spikes.
yeah, spiking the door would probably work.
Yeah, I've got spikes. How many does it take?
It's gonna take. So you spend a round throwing the food in there. You spend that same round. It follows the trail and goes inside. So this will be the next round where you can do that.
I mean, how many spikes does it take to hammer that in?
Roll a d6. All right. Guess it takes 6 spikes.
That's a very, very sturdily sealed door right now.
Yeah.
It's a price worth paying to not have to deal with that thing again.
Yeah.
Now it's very confused.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
One more
so we
round in
got
the fire.
rounds till the
Yeah.
fire burns out.
Yeah, you have one
wanna-
more.
Oh yeah, you want to just chill here? Seems to be that the fire's dying down a bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, there's just
Um,
poofy smoke.
I wish I had something that could write on that door to say like "Do not open." Caterpillar inside.
I mean, that's hopefully what the iron spikes, like sealing it shut, would.
I mean, every adventurer who finds that is going to be like, "Oh, there must be something great in here."
Yeah.
Somebody just locked off some treasure in there for sure.
They find a starving, a creepy crawler. Yeah. Oh man.
Okay.
All right. Well,
But yeah, I guess we'll just wait for the fire to go out and then crack open that door again.
yeah. You wait around. The smoke is still pretty thick, but it's not like impossible. It's like making smash burgers with no ventilation. You know?
Being at a goth rave.
Yeah. So it's a lot of things are obfuscated, right? As the smoke lingers around, but it's no longer to the point of a physical threat. There's absolutely charred stingbat around and trash around. It's the floor is like slick with ashy snow, like from the residues. You almost have to like watch your footing.
Okay. I think the
So
first thing to do would be
Hang on.
block up the chimney. Oh, sorry.
hang on. So the rectangular room that you're entering here, right? This door is actually on the far left side, but it's on the lower 10-foot side of the room. So the room is actually above. And I point that out only because immediately to your left, you notice there is another door that's now like covered in black from this close to scorch marks kind of stuff.
So like that.
Yeah. Second of which, on the far side of this room, so following the far side of that north wall here, there is a second door. This door is actually facing the north side on the far corner. That is also shows signs of singeing. Oh, actually, forgive me. I misspoke about that door. Given the circumstances, that door should actually be opened. So instead of that, show that a door is opened. leading to a 5-foot hallway. To
That.
Yeah, that is actually yeah.
Oh no! How do we make this like not try to run off on its own all the time? Okay.
I wish I knew.
So you said this door was kind of blasted open, and there's a little hallway.
Yeah, 5-foot hallway, extending north. And then from your entrance point to this rectangular room, I'm gonna describe the right wall. I just described the left wall to you. I'm gonna describe the right wall to you now. It's perfectly flush from that door in the corner, extending east for 35 feet before opening up into a 5-foot hallway extending south. That hallway runs flush with the door, right? So that's kind of, if you can almost imagine there's a pathway, 5 foot, that goes directly north, connecting the door to this hallway, right?
Disconnect. There we go. So 35 feet, and then another hallway here.
I think we might be off because
Well, remember the whole
I
map's
think
screwed over right now. Like, look at it. It looks like literally looks like a Picasso painting right now.
yeah, I think that this, I think that is this corridor. I think we've maybe come
Shifted
across.
stuff weird.
We've shifted stuff like too
Yeah,
much to the
I mean,
right.
if you look at the frame for this, it's not lined up with the other side, so I think maybe
It got
stuff
moved.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Someone else can figure it out.
I would just grab everything and drag it across a bit, but
Yeah,
I'd probably
that's-
just make things worse.
Oh, yeah. I leave this as an exercise to the class.
Okay.
There's 2 more exits that I need to describe here. You forgive me.
Okay.
There are 2 doors near the end of that corridor. So there is one door ajar that is 10 feet from that open door. I believe that door, yeah, that ajar door was described the first time down here.
Ajar. So the entrance is on the south side, or
Sorry, yeah, on the south, yeah. Yeah, so let's call this the western wall of this rectangular room. In other words, it is the western wall's equivalent door, the door that you came in from on the eastern side, right? That's ajar.
yeah, but it would be facing this way then if it was opened.
Yeah. And then second of all, there is another ajar door on the southern wall that's extending towards the east from the way you came in. And that door is 5 feet off of that corridor on the far right, or on that far eastern side of this room.
Like
Yeah,
closer to us than the corridor.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like
Now
this?
we get to
Like here?
right around there.
On the southern wall.
But it's open, so this is another corridor.
Yeah, it's ajar, but yeah, you can't see inside of what it is. What's in there?
Okay.
Now, no doubt, Sturges would be mad if they were here, but the fire and the smoke drove them off. Who knows when they will return? they're probably not going to enjoy that.
Yeah. With the
Do you want to go inside this room? Like, I still imagine you all are kind of in the doorway, right, of the hallway that we just described. So that's why I was trying to give you all this information as you would see it from there.
assuming that we're not just immediately going to start choking or being on fire.
No,
Hold
you're
a
not.
sleeve over our mouth and nose. I think it might be prudent to go and like block up that chimney. Like presumably we'll see the smoke being drawn into it.
Yeah.
To give us an indication that there's a chimney and that's where the sturges have gone.
Yeah, if anything, that is the only egress point for the smoke.
Yeah.
The rest of it that can't get in there is diffusing towards where you were and actually down that corridor.
Yeah. The big heap in the middle is that just guano, or is it like a nest that has like?
I mean, now it's just charred whatever it was.
I'm just looking for.
So
is there debris that we could use to block up the chimney?
No. But there's actually two things I would like to point out in here, in this that you just burned through. One, there is a bunch of very hot metal coins. And two, when you guys get close to this, I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws for me, as you get a whiff of very, very, very pungently, like, not the citronella stuff. This is like pumpkin spice, like extremely attractive. Like, think of like the nicest smelling scented candle you can think of. It's like that, and it's almost knocks you off your socks. There's with 7s for each of you, it will knock you off your socks.
We're reeling.
All right. Both of you are under the effects of a friend's spell, which is an Osric thing. You guys would be susceptible. Anyone that both of you become great comrades. You start complimenting each other, almost like you can't stop, as you just really appreciate each other. In the pile of trash, you see a smoldering incense stand. You've burned through whatever incense was in here.
Good times.
It's supposed to be a small release. That's all.
Is gone.
Roll a d4. Well, oh yeah, all three of you are like really complimentary to each other right now. Wow, man, like that was really, you're really smart. Yeah, you're just incredibly just being really like psychologically close. Yeah, like you're like, oh man, I never really been this close to people before. That's Gon will talk about his time being like, I don't really like to share my stuff with my information with manlings here, but I've been going through a lot as a kid, and it's been hard, been really hard coming from the mountain home. But I feel like I can open up to you two.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Can you roll a d4 to see how long this group hug lasts? Thank you.
3-round hug.
Yeah. I mean, Gon's not afraid to cry. Are you afraid to cry?
Yeah, that's the centipede's gonna break out and find us in here.
Gon is man enough to cry.
Oh yeah. Acreon, well, he'll just like, I never wanted to be a wizard. My parents pushed me into it.
I never wanted to be a thief, but the forest was empty.
I wanted to be a jeweler. I love rocks.
Is that you or Gon?
Gon. Sorry. It could also be me, but yeah. So this was a incense of attraction. But in addition to the hot coins, there's also a very hot rod down here, like a staff of authority.
Let's have a look at that.
The coins aren't melted, right? They're just really hot.
No, it's
right
not
now.
hot enough. Yeah, this isn't hot enough to melt coins. You gotta, you just put jet fuel, which obviously can't melt steel beams.
Yeah.
So instead, instead that you're just, I think hugging for like the 3 rounds is probably enough to cool them off to pick them up with gloves. You know, that's probably fine. But yeah, let's talk about this staff of authority. It's a long staff, but it's still one-handed. Kind of like a rod, really, of authority, or like a mace. Let me describe what's on the top of it, because they're all decorative. Yeah, it's actually kind of like a Gordian knot on the top of it, the way it looks. Not like a Celtic knot, but like a, it's deliberately designed to form a complex geometric design. And down the shaft of it is like almost like warm from the fire. It's like cleaned the detritus off of it, so it's like almost new, right? And it reads in Mithric. So either can any of here know the old tongue?
I read Mithric.
Awesome. It's causa occulta sors manifesta. I'll put it in the rolls channel. And what this means is the cause may be hidden, but its fate is obvious. You're from the capital, right?
Yeah.
All right. Then you will immediately know that this type of phrase, this is like a what would be the best term? Who are the dudes? National treasure with the money, with the actual. Who are they? The keys.
Illuminati?
The founders,
The founders, but they were the Masons.
the
Right?
Masons, yeah.
So this is like the Arcantian version of like the Masons. They're called Sorchians. They're famous for being one of the sides of the Civil War. And you all know this because you're from the Arcantian Empire. And so when you see like these types of inscriptions and stuff, they're philosopher people. They're famous for democratizing magic. That was sort of like the big thing for them. It's all in the lore book of what everyone knows. Yeah, they beat the rigid Thothians to open up magic for everyone to learn. And yeah, they're used to having these kind of like phrases about knowledge and things.
Okay.
You said it translated to cause may be hidden, but what?
But its
source
fate
point?
is obvious.
Fate is obvious. Okay.
In terms of like time period,
Yeah.
would this be of a similar age to Arden Vul, or would this be something that's been brought in at a later date?
This would have been brought in at a later date.
Okay.
You would know that Arden Vul was one of the nexuses of the Civil War from your history. These are like where the great debates between Sorchi and Theosophes were held, right?
Okay.
You even know the name, like the Martin Luther equivalent of the group, Precious Polker of the Sorchians. Like even you would like remember that name. No one else would like know that shit because that's just nerd shit. But for you, I would allow.
Precious Polker.
Yeah.
The Sortians.
So like this would be something that like an instructor would carry, right?
Okay.
So this thing, yeah, it seems to be cleansed in that fire that you burned. So rather than covered in crap or an ash or anything like that, it just sits there, bronze. Not even what's it called? Like no patina of rust.
Patina.
Yeah.
Okay.
By fire be purged.
I will pick it up.
Nice. It's a slot. In your hands, it definitely, gives the impression of it being magical. Just based on like, oh, it wasn't just the fire that kept this thing.
Yeah.
Our torch just went out.
Yeah. Okay. Next torch.
There's still some smoldering embers in here for us to light one up.
There is some smoldering embers, for sure. So let's talk about the coinage as well. While I got you. There is 231 gold pieces and 347 silver pieces scattered at the bottom of this giant pile of ashy, rotten poop and stuff.
231 gold, 337.
47.
Silver?
I wrote it. I wrote it in the
47.
channel.
Okay.
How do you want to split that up?
That's six slots. How much does Gond have?
It's got slots for days. I've got a couple of slots.
While you all are organizing, you hear a door close in the distance, and then another door, and you hear some like shuffling clash coming to you.
From which direction?
Somewhere to the southeast.
Let's run up this north hallway and shut the door.
I will give you a round to pick up as much coins as you can. If that's your
Gond,
plan.
throw all these in your socks. You got this, buddy.
Does he have space for the gold and everything?
Yeah, he's got 9 slots free.
Oh yeah, cool. So he just will grab it all as much as he can.
The coins take up 6 slots, so yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to like ambush whoever this is when they like come into the room?
We could. I mean, we should just maybe not stand in the circle of burning poop, though, to do it.
Yeah.
If they're coming from
he-
the southeast, so we maybe go here and here. You want to pincer them? But what if they come from this direction and then come up behind?
When you say coming from the southeast, do you mean coming from this corridor or coming from this open door?
No. You're hearing the sound come from the corridor, but it's coming from the southeast, right? Like, so it's rippling around, but you can definitely hear that the general vector of the sound is originating somewhere here.
So they could come out one of these 2 doors. I mean, I guess potentially this
No.
one. We don't know how it wraps around either, but
Yeah.
it's more likely one of these 2.
Sorry. Let me. I didn't give you the rest. Let's pause the round for a second.
Yeah.
Let me describe the 2 rooms that have the doors that are open, because you would have obviously have seen inside of those. So can I describe the western door to you?
This one.
Yeah. Wait, that one's scorched, and you didn't open it, right?
We didn't open that one.
Oh, okay, cool. Then moving
These
on
3
from that
were
one.
already open.
Gotcha. Okay, so the northern door that's open, through the hazy fog of the lingering bits of smoke, this thing opens to a single 5-foot corridor, and then opens to a 20 by 20 square. It has no furnishings in this 20 by 20 square room, except smack dab in the center of it is a spiraling staircase descending down.
Is this in the center?
Yeah. In the center of the
entranceway. It's in the entrance.
Oh no, sorry. The entranceway is in the bottom left corner of this square.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a 5-foot gap, and then the square opens. All right. To the stairs going down somewhere. So from there, I'm gonna describe the western or easternmost room now. To the easternmost room, there is this is a 25 by 15. Sorry, no, sorry. This is a 15 by 15 square room. But the back wall is completely covered over by debris and rubble from a collapsed ceiling.
There's no walkway or anything to get there. It just opens automatically against the wall.
It opens automatically. The
On what?
That's right, flush. No,
side
it's
is it?
northern side, flush.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah, so the room extends up to your left when you look through the door.
You said 15 by 15.
Yeah, 15 by 15. Curiously, there is a corpse underneath the rubble. The only thing sticking out of it is some like Wizard of Oz shit, where it's a single boot made of high quality leather.
Single boot. Okay.
The other foot is bare and gray, and obviously the person's been dead for a while. Or blue, I guess it would be. Blood has congealed to him, so it'd be like bluish, purple, gray.
Did we find a boot? I think there was like a boot in a corridor or something. Although it
Not
wasn't this
this
character's
elf,
here.
I don't think.
Not this one.
No. I think last time we were here.
Well, Gordon is picking up the coins. If somebody wanted to, grab that boot in this turn, that would be your action before heading and everyone going north. But let me finish describing the last room. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. This room has 4 large stone vats descending. Sorry, the dimensions of the room are 10 by 20, so it's a long vertical rectangle. The door opens on, inside your room that you're in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And there are 4 large stone vats, so you can't even get to the back of the room. And they clearly contain rancid water and liquids and stuff, or oil. And you're probably I would say one of them has clearly rancid olive oil, but the one in the back, like the farthest back you could see, has a black ichor to it, like lamp oil. And probably a good thing, if that would have lit up, that would have been real bad.
Okay.
That would have been terrifying. That would have been a bomb.
Heck yeah. Take that, bats.
All right.
Okay.
So again,
I'm gonna grab that boot.
Yeah. Yoinks. It is a very, very, very pretty boot. Based on your experience, this is no Arcantian craftsman Arcantian cobbler could craft a boot so fair and so fine.
It must be elven. We have
Yeah.
the finest crafters in the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're an elf. 100%. This is the made of your a boot of your kind.
Oh yeah.
That is this is like an Air Jordan of elven wear.
Are elves like super racist in this world?
No.
Okay.
No more racist as any other race.
Okay.
But it's only one boot of the what would be a pair. Okay. But the 3 of you need to scurry if you want to avoid the ire of whatever's coming.
Yeah, you
You
want
hear-
to take the risk running down the stairs or rush to
Yeah.
intercept whatever's coming this way?
Shuffle, hard click. Shuffle, hard click. Shuffle, hard click. Shuffle, hard click.
Like
Like a
that
something
makes me
is-
think of someone walking with like a cane.
Yeah, does it sound like one person walking loudly or like a group of people?
sounds kind of like one person, maybe 2.
Like that sounds like an old man with a walking stick to me. Shuffle, click, shuffle, click.
You want to bet your life on it?
What if we run over to this door and maybe
I
that'll
don't
be a
know.
better option to run off.
I'd rather
You
run
have
into a room where we've seen rather than there could be something. I mean, stairs give us somewhere
Yeah.
to back down to at least. Sure, let's run down the stairs.
Okay.
I was gonna say that if you try the door that northwestern side, you would see that it's jammed. So, okay.
Is there any light coming? Is whoever is coming towards us?
Yes, you do see some light. Yeah, and it's casting the shadows of a hunched over wildling, holding some sort of staff or something in one hand, clearly coming to devour you.
At the bottom of the stairs, there's a halfling trying to devour us.
No. The light. No, there's no lights at the stairs. I thought you were describing. I was alluding to the thing coming north of, or from the south of the hallway. Yeah.
My bad.
Sorry.
Just trying to fix the mapping.
Oh, you're grand. Okay, sorry. The stairs going down in the other room, you can definitely hear the sounds of fleeting sturges, as though a cadre of them have retreated below to get away from the fire. But you can't see them, of course. Like, it's just dark, but you hear the flutterings, right? Right. So before I reveal what's going on here, everyone has moved to the stairs room?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. But you have a light source, so ostensibly whatever, they could see your light source too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You're okay with that? You don't want to close the door or anything like that?
I mean, now that we can hear sturges down the stairs, I'm inclined to run back and close the door. I'd rather speak to someone than fight sturges. But so I guess I'm kind of in the stair room, but wavering with indecision.
Gotcha. I respect that. I respect wavering here in this house. Is Nenad definitely closer to the stairs?
Yeah, I think I'm up in this room. Once I got to the stairs and heard the sting bats, I was kind of like, oh, maybe we shouldn't go down there right now.
Yeah. Gond keeps his shield arm really close to his face. He's white knuckling his weapons, ready for whatever comes around from the torch. Think of like the shadows of a Balrog. Like the expression of like, oh no, what's the hell's coming? Yeah, and you'll both catch sight of each other at the same time. There is a hunched, nasty, ragged-looking man, like the most granola-y hermit you've ever seen in your life. Long white beard, all knotted and things in it. Wearing a strange lei in his hand. He's clearly has a long walking stick. And in his other hand is a torch as he's like rushing this way, being like, "What the fuck is going on here? Why is it so smoky? What the? Oh, jeez!" He's like, "Oh, what? I don't even know who he worships. By Mitra's beard." Jeez.
Who there,
Hello?
old fella?
I guess you're up front.
Parlay.
Parlay. What? Horse. You're not one of them halflings, are you?
Hold up my torch so you can see how
Hey,
tall
man.
I am. Nope, certainly
I
not.
told you I ain't paying your fees. I've been living here. I got rights.
Okay, that's sure. Fine by me. I'll mark you down as not a non-fee payer.
All right, then we can talk. How many are ye?
There's just the three of us.
I'm gonna
there's
walk back towards you as I hear you.
Yeah, there's things fluttering down in those stairs. So if you don't mind, we'll maybe come back into that room and shut the door behind us.
Don't be shutting no doors. Be careful. The doors can hear.
Wow.
You listen to him when he says the doors can hear?
The doors can hear.
You know what? I can live with being listened to by a door more than
A sting bat.
those sting bats.
Yeah, I was like in the process of shutting it as he's saying that, and just kind of look at him like, okay, yeah, just keep shutting
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and unless you've got some way of keeping the sting bats off,
Yeah.
then we'll just
Ah,
shut this door for now. You can always
now you're.
open it again later.
See, now you're talking my language. See, look at it, and he holds up his. He tries to like grab his lei with his staff hand. And is like, this protects from the sting bats. Come, I'll make you one. Gratis, of course.
What is he holding up?
He's holding a lei, like a necklace of rotten herbs.
Oh,
This is-
Sure.
Yeah. You can probably even tell from here. You know, this far range. This is one of the sources of that citronella smell.
Okay.
Oh. Is that-
sure? Sure, that sounds good. But what's
Keevril, is that you? He calls out, looking at you, Acreon.
what did you call
No.
me?
Keith!
I'm. My name is Acreon. What is your name?
Yeah, my name. Names are silly things. Believe I was Lankios. Yeah, the old man looks kind of taken aback when you ask him his name. He kind of looks down, and you can see clearly as he moves his eyes, kind of getting an assessment of who he is at this moment. You can see that he is very old, very gaunt. Something about butter and too much bread.
Mm. So, Lankius, you
Um,
live down here?
Aye. Or he just starts laughing. He speaks with a funny accent. Like an old accent. Like a Shakespearean character.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe you've been down here a real long time.
Doth my age not match my beauty? As he laughs, and you're like, oh, what the? It's not that funny. He expects it.
Be like, yo, Lankios. That was his name, right?
Yeah.
How about you take us somewhere a little more comfortable so we can chat instead of this poop smoky room.
Ah, well. Are you the arsonist?
Are you a cop?
Not anymore. As he turns around and come, follow.
Okay.
Come. On, don't go the other way. Don't think you can catch up. Ignore the monkeys.
Which way is he going?
So he's actually going to go down. So he emerges from the eastern hallway that's not towards the monkey room. The one towards the dripping water.
This
Okay.
one.
Yeah. Come.
Yeah, let's follow him. What does this look like?
Yeah, does this turn ever? Or
Yeah, so this extends. So there's two things down this way. There's for starters, it will completely extend 50 feet towards there is a door 10 feet from that T junction. So there's no door at the opening of this hallway. It's an open hallway. It's an open 5-foot hallway. But there is a door 10 feet down this open hallway that, again, I said it extends 50 feet. The north to south wall at the end, so at the end of this 50 feet, clearly opens to a 20-foot room extending to the south. Completely adjacent, or like right, completely adjacent from this hallway, right on that wall, there is a door that the old man is opening.
So you said there's a door here at the end
Correct.
that opens into a 20
To
foot
another
room.
room.
Oh, 20
No,
foot, 20
no,
foot long.
no. Actually, the door, there's not, at the end of the hallway, there isn't a door that opens into a 20-foot room. The actual hallway itself opens into a 20-foot room, and at the end of that 20-foot room is the door. So that north wall that extends 45 feet, 20 feet of that 45 feet is the north side of that square room. I'm
So
just trying to
this
describe.
bottom one needs to, yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. Come, pitter patter. I have a stew going. See, I thought your halflings were trying to bomb me out. But
Why would they want to do that?
they're halflings. Have you met a
competing with
nice
their
one?
profit margins?
That's all they care about. Their profits. You should care more about peace. The world would be a better place. Don't touch that door. As you're walking through, like anticipating to close the door at the end here. So if you continue to follow him, let me just quickly describe. This is an empty chamber. That 20-foot square room I was describing is an empty chamber. It's full of trash, and but there's clearly a path between the door and the hallway that you're walking on. He's like, stay the path. They're watching. And he leaves the door open for you to follow. And this room is a 30 by 30 square room with a massive 10-foot pool that's full of murky stuff, basically sludge in the middle of it. There's also a corpse, also drained of blood on the side of the pool. The old man remarks, I had to pull him out so he didn't disturb the cleanliness of the pool.
How does he get there?
Don't know. Found him like that. Look at him. Clearly killed by those sting bats.
Oh.
I was...
Do the stingbats come visit you in the pool?
No, but, you know, adventurers come up from the dungeons, and you came up from the dungeons too, from the halls of Thoth. He assumes you came from the stairs down, right? When he says that.
I'd be like, no, we came down from up above.
Down from up above? You can't go down from above, silly. He like doesn't understand what you mean. Oh, you're one of those looters. Right, okay. Okay, now I get you, yeah. Oh, don't open that left door here. So in this 20 by 20 pool room, there is another door on the bottom. So if we're following the western wall, all the way down to they're 5 feet off the western wall, on the bottom, on the southern wall, there is a door. That's open because he's opened it. Immediately adjoining that door, so this would be, there's a 5-foot hallway. And this hallway is a T hallway, so it's going east and west. It goes east 5 feet, and then it terminates to a door. And then it goes west an additional 10 feet before turning south 5 feet. Almost there.
He said like this, and then it goes south.
Gavril, we have so much to catch up on.
Okay, that looked right so far.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Only there is a door here. I think that you're probably starting to draw.
Oh, I was closing it off. Okay.
Oh yeah.
There's another door here.
Correct. You got it.
Yeah.
That door is closed.
With our janky map, I worry that that might be a door to the monkey room. So yeah, I'm going to follow his advice to not open it.
This 5 foot corridor will extend 40 feet from the 5 feet corner that you're on. So it's going to extend
From
4
this
more
one.
squares. Yeah. So it extends down 40 feet before connecting. Let's say this is going to make the bottom left corner of a square. That continues. Shoo, 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 shoo. And you can see that he is skirting away these centipedes that are nested in front of his door. They just want my trash. Away with these lapdogs! As he uses his staff to shy the centipedes away. The centipedes don't even bother trying to hit him.
Is it muddy here?
Mm-hmm.
I think we've maybe closed the loop, and we're just
Our
janky.
dimensions are off.
Yeah. Despite this guy's age and using his staff as a cane, there's a certain strength inside of him. Hidden. Underneath a patina of maladies.
So where has he taken us? To this corner here?
He's taking you. Well, he's taking you down to the corner, down this 5 foot corridor, to a door. That's by the stone that turns to mud. And he opens that door.
Okay.
And there is his. Clearly, like you can see that it has a room and it smells. It just reeks of that citronella stuff. You can see that he has a stew going over a completely invisible fire. So like imagine like a cook pot, on a tripod.
Mm-hmm.
It's clearly bubbling and working, but there's clearly no fire underneath it. There's
how big?
Oh, sorry. This room is 35 by 35 square. Huge. This room is also kind of full of trash and junk, but he's kind of, like a hoarder.
Okay.
But he's made this place into a home. You can see that he's got some clothes drying. Other clothes are soaking in that smelly, vegetable matter stuff. And he's stroking his long beard as he steps down on some old, crushed chair furniture. One of the legs has been replaced by a statue. So it's kind of like gently leaning on it, like a busk of a, Arcantian philosopher.
Does it look like him?
No. This guy does not look clean shaven or anything like that. This guy is, again, like he looks like Father Time, like super long white beard, long white hair, all natty and messed up.
So, Olankios, what?
There's water. Let me get you some water. As he goes to a barrel that's like, water is dripping from the ceiling into it. He goes scoop some water out of the barrel and hands it to you into a. He's like, oh, not that cup. That cup's dirty. And they're all dirty as he's looking on the floor for a cup. He's giving you hospitality.
It's like, oh, thank you. It's nice to not be on our toes for to not have to be so worried and sit down and relax a breath.
I'll. Oh no, he's got like a stew on the go. I was gonna. Yeah, I'll accept his hospitality and.
And just have some lame rations to thicken up the stew.
Oh, it's been a while, Guvriel, since I've seen you. But it's always whatever I can do for a friend.
What's the name you're saying?
Givril. Givril. He's probably mispronouncing it intentionally. Like he's trying, like he doesn't exactly remember your name.
But,
yeah.
Lankius, why? I see you've got a comfortable home for yourself here, but why here, like by yourself?
No. Why not? I was waiting. I was waiting for you.
Oh.
To return from the Black Gates. You have no idea what the hell he's talking
about.
He doesn't seem to care about me, right?
No, he's very, very focused on. So yeah, the elf and the dwarf remain kind of out of his attention. He's much more interested in Acreon, who he keeps calling his friend Guvriel.
Oh, Lankius, it's been such a long time. My memory is just not what it was. Age catching up with me, I guess.
276 years. I know.
276 years, yeah, it's been a long time.
I've waited.
It's like, oh, I remember 276 years ago. Those parties were wild.
I remember my exams. Yeah.
Oh, you've been very faithful, waiting so long.
Well, what we encountered and never break our love. Gregor died fighting those slimy ones on those troll lifts. I thought I'd never see you again.
Oh, here I am at last. Although, my memory's so. I'm so forgetful. I barely even remember why we went down there in the first place.
We were going to break the obsidian gates wide open. We were going to see what Arcantios has lost for Mitra and ourselves, so we shall be as esteemed as both Arden and Vul. Remember, you loved Vul so much, looked up to him. I admire that most about you. Otto fell, and the only reason why I'm here, he's like clearly like lamenting, but he has like a extreme point of clarity with you as he thinks that you're Guvriel.
And I don't want to bore you with what I've been doing, but Lankius, you're remarkably well preserved for 276 years. What's your secret to it? And look at you. You look amazing for that for the time.
He cries. He just starts sobbing.
I'll go and put a hand on his shoulder.
It's been 207. Like he can't even like and say the words. He's just bobbling the years. And I stopped praying. I stopped hoping I would see you again. Perhaps you can remove this curse. As he like looks at you, and you see he like takes his hand, he like gets you close to his face, and he puts his fingers near his eyes, and he like rolls his eyes up, like, you know, if you were looking for a replicant in Blade Runner, you know, and you can see under his eyes are just these black runes. I don't know when they came. I just languish. Dispel it, please.
Are the runes recognizable to someone who speaks Arcontian, Goblin, Mithric, and Draconic?
Yes, they would be Mithric. So the runes under his eyes are they're technically like hieroglyphics rather than a language, right?
Mhm.
As far as
Yeah.
Mithric goes. But basically they are like there's like an ankh and shit. It's basically about preserving his life until the job is done. Like a geese is keeping him alive. I won't.
Mm.
It's and specifically it says, you know, my watch will not end as long as she's out there, or he's out there. Sorry. Made a pact
Okay.
of some kind.
Yeah.
Any of this sound familiar from wizarding school?
No, that's not. This is not the stuff they teach in the academy.
No.
Definitely not.
And you don't remember where these came from, Lankius? Did you?
I don't. The doors took my knowledge. They take everything, but not my devotion. Take my hope, but not my oaths.
Um. Hold still for a moment, Lankius. I'm going to try and cast Detect Magic, and with the intention of focusing on it for a turn, which gives more information about any magic that I do detect. Just roll.
Oh, nice.
Okay. That's a successful cast of the spell, so I should detect any magic in the room.
Yeah.
So I'll have a quick, is this rod or this fancy shoe detecting as magical ether?
Are his eyes?
I'm assuming that his eyes are.
Oh,
Because it's
100%.
keeping him alive.
There's a few things that are detecting as magic. So his eyes, so basically he is just radiating. His eyes are radiating evil. But the rest of him is radiating extreme good. Or like once did. Like it shows scars. Like his aura is magically scarred. Good.
Okay.
You can see hidden in his trash a few potions that glow. You can see like the glow of runes on a wrapped up scroll. Several of them, in fact. A weird piece of glass that's like a square piece of glass glows. And then there's this long rod. That's part of his staff that glows. Part of his walking stick.
Okay. All right. And I'm
Yeah.
going to try and focus on the spell to get more information. So I'll make my focus check. Oh no, that's a fumble. Time to get turned inside out by the magic.
Wait, isn't that only on the initial cast? Or is
No,
focus a
if
special
you
thing?
roll, if you critically fail on the normally if you just fail focus, then it just fizzles. But if you critically fail to main focus, then you roll on the
You
mishaps.
suffer the consequences.
Yeah. Okay, what is it? D12. God, please don't be terrible. Your hand slipped. You target a random ally with the spell.
With detect magic.
Okay,
That
well
could be
that's not
worse.
too bad. Yeah, that could be.
I can live with that. I don't know. How do you interpret that, Eric?
I think what's going to happen is I'm going to interpret it as because it's kind of like you detected it more like on the room, right?
Yeah, so it does like a general ping. Is there
Yeah.
magic around? And then if you focus, then
right. So you change the target of your focus, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I don't know. I'm struggling to come up with. I don't know. I think let's say the spell ends. Right. You failed it. As far as mishaps go, it could have been a lot worse. I'm not gonna make you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be someone who's gonna make you reroll one that like would be harsher or makes more sense. I think that you just get out scot free.
Okay.
All right. So one of the things. So also, I need to slightly addend the reasons why they were here. So it wasn't just the glory of recovering through the Black Gates. The Arcanum that we looked for, that you loved so much, was in our grasp. We knew there was more behind these Black Gates. We couldn't find the other key. And Aitor betrayed us. You have to remember. You have to believe me.
Who was that? Hector?
Aitor.
Hightor.
So clearly, like he's replaying, some kind of scene, the equivalent of Elrond and what's his name, Isildur. What's the first king? Gondor. Like cast into the fires. Like they clearly like a extreme melodramatic moment between Gavril, Kaitor, and the rest of the party, somewhere deep below Arden Vul, some 250 years ago. Where friends turned into enemies. No.
Seeking Arcanum.
Yeah. You
Did you say
go
they
ahead.
had the key or they needed just the key?
No, they only have half the key.
Have half the key.
He's guilty. No, he's guilty.
Yeah, you know
But
what
I will
happened?
say, sorry. What?
You go. You go.
I was gonna jump in after
Yeah.
hearing him talk about the Arcanum, and the key. Be like, where have you hidden the key? Your half of the key somewhere safe, so Kaitor can't retrieve it.
He's dead. He can't retrieve anything anymore. He starts cackling. I made sure of that. so you could live. I can't serve two masters, so I serve you.
He's talking to Acreon.
Yeah, to Giril. But like, he's wondering why you're not showing enough affection to him. I know you like diffused it, right? Please. Grace me.
Lantius.
Mhm.
Sure. I'll kind of hold my breath and put an arm around him. But Lankius, this it's not over yet, I'm afraid. You know, point at his eyes. For this to be undone, there's more to be done, but after 276 years, I'm not as strong as I once was. I came searching for more strength to finish the job. Do you know of anywhere where I can gather strength or magic that could win through and put an end to this and undo this curse that's on you?
Kaitor. His spirit keeps me lingering here. It's a final curse. You have to find him. Somewhere by the obsidian gates. You have no idea what he's talking about. Who are these things?
Be like, how do we put his spirit to rest?
I buried Kaitor by the obsidian gates. You have to find, I don't know, dispel his curses, defeat his spirit, whatever lingers of him, whatever vestige that keeps him tethered to this world tethers me. Release me of him, so I may pass on to whatever fate. And he looks at you. You're still kind of holding him, so he's gonna put his hands on the hand that's touching him, like whatever our fates. Fine. He's crazy. If you haven't picked up on it yet, this guy's insane.
Oh yeah. I mean, living in this hole with centipedes for 276 years. Yeah. Absolutely. Totally understandable that he's insane at this point.
He says he was buried in the offshoot of the cave of Gog. You know the caves.
Gog. Lankius, my memory's so fleeting. It's such a maze down there. Is it? It's beyond the Hall of Thoth, isn't it?
Of course, use the Hall of Thoth to get to the Cave of Gog. But why don't you remember this? Adrianic led us there personally.
It's just so many years.
Wait.
And so many caves and tunnels
and
twists and turns.
I misspeak of her.
That's okay.
For your spirit to visit me after this long, it's almost like you're real. So sorry. No, he cries. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
You don't deserve Kaitor. You don't deserve me. You're the best of all of us.
Perhaps soon this all be over, and all of us spirits can rest.
But so he touches. Sorry, he's going to interrupt you because something's going to happen here, and it drives something. He touches your hands, and his affection for you immediately changes. It's like, you're not wearing your ring. You're not wearing both, and he's touching like your fingers entirely, right? Like searching for where these rings are. You're not wearing either ring. What are you? And he backs up from you, terrified. What are all three of you? What are you doing here?
It's okay, Lankius. It's okay. We do not mean any harm.
All right, you're gonna have to defuse the situation as this old man is panicking and he's forgotten who you are now, and you're not, and like he knows you're not Gavril based on you not having. Apparently, Gavril has a fancy rings, and you're not wearing them on the hand that he touched. That's enough to send him into suspicion mode.
Lankius, we're here to help. We're here to
Help.
You're looking to escape from this curse. We want a way to break that as well. There is the evil spirit of Cator, the betrayer, that needs to be destroyed.
Yes.
That's what we want.
Yes. Smite him down. Go. Can't trust any of you. No, don't trust. Trust is bad. Only believe in Gavril. Like he's like talking to himself, trying to psych him.
Okay.
We just sold him and walk
So
out the door.
stupid. Should have destroyed him when I had the chance. Gave him mercy. Mercy. He's clearly like, yeah, he's fighting. You should probably leave. That gone to be like, yeah, we should probably get the fuck out of here.
Just like back out the door.
Yeah, he's fighting was stupid. So stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, just well, let's back out. Which do we want to like backtrack a bit?
Yeah.
Have a bit more of a look at some of these things that he kind of hurried us past.
Yeah. We could check out the pool, the trash, and then peek through these doors.
Yeah.
Oh, so, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna go through the pool.
Head back up to the pool.
Yeah, that tracks. You don't want to go to the room that ostensibly has the monkeys in it?
No monkey room.
Are you sure?
100%.
I heard monkey room. Okay, so no, I'm just kidding. All right, sick. Yeah, so you want to go look at that body, or do you want to look at the pool?
Oh, well, the bodies have been pulled out of the pool, right?
Yeah. So
Check
clearly,
that first.
yeah, clearly, this body has also been drained of its blood. You can see like there's a couple holes in him. Sting bat sized holes, like the halfling.
Mhm.
The pool is currently just brown sludge that doesn't even move. It's just like burbles. There's like a single bubble, that like pops on the surface.
Oh, it's not like a swimming pool. It's just like a bubbling thing of mud.
Yeah, it's like a 15-foot diameter mud pool. And the sludge of that this pool probably once had water, but now it's sludge, right? It's like literally like molasses thick, right? Like, I don't know if you want to touch it or not.
I'll touch it. The old guy spoke about it, like he pulled the body out because he didn't want it to interfere with the cleansing of the pool.
Yeah, weird, right?
Got a pole or something? I mean, it could be
Yeah.
like cleansing mud. Like holy mud.
Yeah. Is this the secret of how? Well, no, the weird tattoos under his eyes are the secret of how he's lived so long. But
yeah,
yeah, I'm willing to.
You have
risk,
Sure. Do you want to sip some, or do you have a vial or something to store some?
I've got,
I'm not. I don't think I'm going to go straight for sipping. Like, dipping a hand in. Is it like?
Oh yeah, I mean your hand comes out like covered in black or brown sludge. It's not like fecal, but like
Is it,
it's
hot, cold.
Oh yeah, it's warmer than the rest of the dungeon down here. Not by much though. Like maybe like a 10-degree differential. Not like 10°C, like American.
Yeah.
Like
You have a
three
pole to
3C
try to
diff.
touch the bottom.
You have a 10-foot pole?
I don't.
I've got a staff, so there's maybe
Yeah.
like
Wanna
5
dip the
feet.
Yeah, you dip the staff in there. Man, as you dip the staff in there, and the smell is just abhorrent as you're like mixing in the stuff at the bottom. It is absolutely nauseating. I'm gonna give you 1 round to do what you want. Otherwise, I'm gonna start making con checks of like retching because it's moving the stuff around. But there's nothing at the bottom here. It's you pull it up. You don't even like feel like any resistance at the bottom of the pool. The pool's only like 4 feet deep, 3 feet. So it only covers like half the staff. But no, it's just now your staff just reeks of this brown goo.
Okay.
Does Gond want to do a cannonball?
Absolutely not.
I will lick a finger.
Yeah.
And just like a fingertip, like dab it on my tongue.
Yeah.
Like, does it taste bad?
Oh yeah, it tastes absolutely vile. I need you to make a con save. Heart retching.
Okay.
You are not like even though you're smelling it, the taste of it is even worse. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I lose my guts.
All right. You have disadvantage on con saves for the like next hour or so for the rest of
Oh
the
God.
as you're you but you can feel it immediately work through your body. This would be it has definitely like regenerative or restorative properties. But to you it doesn't do anything, but you know, you're familiar with magic and you're familiar with magical regeneration and magical healing. There's definitely healing properties to this pool.
Okay. So it's gross but healing. That sounds good.
When I see him like licking it and puking, I kind of want to back up a little into
Oh,
the
yeah.
trash room.
Sure.
I'll like,
But did you-
I'll wave him down. Like, no, it's bad but good. You know, like the way that alcohol's bad but good.
Black licorice, Vegemite.
Oh yeah, it's Vegemite. Oh, that's funny.
I see that Gond has got a flask or bottle in his gear.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask if I can borrow that and fill it up with some of this.
Yeah, but I feel like you're gonna make another save to retch.
What if
You
you
may
just
not be able
hold your
to.
staff over the opening and let gravity kind of pull it in?
Work. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, I'm gonna say that you can't even finish the job here. That you're just retching. Like you're literally too sick to do this.
Okay.
So someone else would have to take that up.
God, dwarves have an iron stomach, don't they?
Yeah.
Go and scoop some of that up.
This better be healing like you say. You know, meddling.
Do you want a con save from Gond?
Yeah, would you? And you said our elf backed away, kind of out of the room, so they don't have to make a con save. They got away from it.
I'm over
Yeah.
here by the trash.
Yeah.
Maybe kind of just
The dwarf's fine.
eyeballing it,
Yeah.
kicking some stuff around.
Dwarf's got a vial of the stuff. Did anybody check the corpse?
But that was the first thing we did.
Why didn't I tell you what's in it or what's on
I
him?
don't know. I assume nothing was in it. As you said
Oh.
that.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I think the thief was checking the corpse while I was checking while the wizard checked the magical sludge.
Gotcha. Mea culpa. There's definitely his belt pouches haven't been looted. There's a bag filled with gold dust. As well as a clearly arcane magical scroll.
Is it a scroll of purified sludge pool?
Fortunately, no. As an elf, I wonder if you can detect magic.
Yeah, I was curious about
Like,
that.
are you fluent? What's your background?
Hunter.
Maybe not. And you don't speak Mithric?
No.
That would be the language that the scroll would be written in. Okay, no.
Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Then no. I don't think you can detect this scroll's contents.
Give me a minute. I'll be right. It's raining. Ugh.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. So just hold on to this for now. How big is this bag of dust? Is
It
gold
takes
dust
one
like
slot.
a magic thing, or is
Yeah,
it?
the pouch. No. Yeah, this would be like a material component. Or also, it's treasure in and of itself. But
Yeah.
because it's a powder and needs to be contained in this pouch here, it takes a slot.
Yeah, probably something to do with this magical scroll. Man, I really need to rid of something. Okay, I guess Gone, can you hold this?
Oh, of course.
Thank you, good sir. Your
Uh-huh.
strong muscles are crucial to us today.
This would be perfect filings for smelting. I wager there's a good 75 gold in here of dust. The dwarf looks it over.
What a keen eye.
Please. We can properly assay a quartz from some other kind of a diamond at 300 meters in the dark. Since we were 6. Like, he's just bragging about being a dwarf. What they do. Okay.
It's like, have you ever tasted gold dust?
Yeah. How do you think we find it? Gives
Is
you a
that a
wink.
thing dwarven youth do to party?
No, it's how we strike it rich. The best seekers of veins have said they can smell and taste the gold of the mountain. I shouldn't be telling you this.
So that's a useful trick. You should start sniffing out something in this dungeon for us. Sorry, it's all just bat guano.
No. Yes, too much interference. I have to get deeper in the earth. Then my nose will do the trick. I promise you that. What do you say? Shall we take those stairs? See where they go?
Yeah, are we done with the pool and the body?
Yeah, I assume so. I assume we packed up and ready
Yeah.
to move on.
Was there
Steve?
anything in this trash pit?
The trash pit of the corridor room. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, the one next to the pool.
Yep. Nope. Just broken statuary.
Cool.
Uninteresting.
You want some statue pieces to go with your gold dust? You eat rocks, right?
Mm,
Okay. Sorry,
Snorts.
buddy. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go down the stairs. Oh wait, no shit. We have these two doors here.
One of those is not a door. That door, this door here is actually the
that was
door
this
that
door
that
opened
opened
this.
that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Correct.
This is the door.
But yes, there is that door that we could look at. If I recall
Look like all
correctly,
the other doors we've seen.
yeah, it does. However, this door is wooden, and you can see that, in fact, the bottom part of this door, almost nearly half of this door, has been chewed through. There's green slime, all over it.
I'm going to make my educated adventurer guess and say there's probably some green slimes living in this area. Can we hear anything from under the hole?
No, it's quiet as the grave.
Well-
Peering through the hole of the door, you can see that this room is relatively nondescript or of kind of any interest. It kind of just is a square room. Goes up about 15 feet. But you can definitely see some bits of metal left over, some rings of mail, a sword, maybe
It's
like a
like the
leather
only-
pouch. The
It's like
rest is
there-
just yeah.
There's some stuff in there, but
The rest is just a pool of slime.
yeah, it's like
residue.
that's a slime layer.
Well, I will say, this slime does have a particular commonality with another slime trail that you've spotted earlier. I feel like you would be able to tell the hues of
so we
slime
think
apart.
Maybe the centipede excretion was going in here. Or our buddy. Oh, we didn't lock him in this room.
No, you locked him in the other room with the halfling.
If the door's not trapped, I guess we'll open it and take a better look in. Don't rush in though.
Yeah, there's no signs of traps or anything on these doors, just like the rest of them. There's no like tripwire or mechanisms on the doors. This one can just be cracked open. Whatever was kind of jamming it has been unjammed from the force of something chomping through the door.
So before we step in, can I just kind of throw a iron spike in there where all the other stuff is to see
Yeah.
if anything happens?
Totally. It just rings on the floor, but nothing dangerous. No, it's not like the slimes move or ripple or anything of the sort.
Like, all right, it's probably safe. Let's go.
Yeah. So there is mostly devoured carrion in this room. Clearly there was some sort of, I don't know, vague fighter type based on the remaining bits and remnants. There is a suit of chainmail in here. There is a longsword in here. There is a pouch, a coin pouch in here.
Cool. John, this armor looks like an upgrade for you, maybe?
Aye, but it's clearly made for manling.
Well,
But-
good thing whatever ate half of it, right? Sure you can make it work. Fashion
Aye.
some leather straps up on it.
Aye, the rest I can belt till we get to town. Bear with me here. And he's going to take a turn to put it on if he's allowed. Get it set up.
Sure.
Yeah, he'll take chainmail. Yeah,
Does the longsword just seem like a normal sword? It's not like fancy or sparkly or
Yeah.
anything.
Nope. But peering around the room, you find pushed over to an edge near the near some trash and rubble, is a scroll case.
More nerd stuff, yay.
Right, you check the coin pouch while I check the nerd stuff.
It's like,
Yeah.
here, read this.
The coins in the coin pouch total to 37 silver and 18 gold. And you go to the scroll case. Thankfully, there's nothing on it that says like I prepared explosive runes. But you do look over the scroll case, and it is nondescript. You open it up, presumably. Inside is not a scroll, but a cartograph. There is a map drawn on here. I will
Is it-
supply the map to the channel when I do the map, because I didn't make this up. But it is a map, and it clearly has annotations on it as well, revealing definitely some dungeon. It's clearly not the map here, is what I would say.
Okay, I was gonna say, is it this
That
whole
would be
room,
funny.
this floor we just mapped out?
Yeah, that would be hilarious. No. What I will say actually is the first part of the map involves some sort of staircase down into a large central room. So you have that, like, clearly, like, there's a large box room. There's some ancillary box rooms around it. But if you can kind of connect it all together, there is a note in that big box room that says "towards the pyramid."
Okay, that's
The staircase that's the
Like
staircase.
this side towards pyramid.
Yeah. Like there's a huge staircase that says up to pyramid. So there is some context clues I'll give you, but the rest of it you can leave it as an exercise.
Yeah, when we see the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
That's fine. I'll just tuck it back in the case and
Yeah, it takes a slot.
okay.
Very successful so far, y'all.
Yeah, we're nailing this.
Do we
I mean, yeah, so far I cannot believe the reaction rolls of that carrion crawler thing. It's just super indifferent to you. And you just fed into the thing. That would have been an absolute disaster.
and just real chill?
Yeah. Okay.
Do we wanna peek down in the floor beneath?
Sturges haven't returned yet either. You haven't heard any sign of them.
There's one
Sorry,
more
stingbats.
Yeah.
door.
Stingbats.
Should we crack this door before we
Yeah, there's that.
get any stairs?
Well, there's also this one we did. Oh, that's the one we just went in.
That's where we've just been. Yeah.
So yeah, this is the one you were just in. But yeah, there's that jammed door up at the western side if you want to open that. Don can get it open if you just give him a turn.
Oh, so it's jammed?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like jammed because of traps?
No, there's no like
Sure.
iron. No, it just looks like it hasn't been in use for.
Okay.
Should we Yeah, I'll give Grund my crowbar, and then maybe just while he's working on that, have a quick look at those. Or just kick around through the detritus of this room. Give it another search for any coins we missed earlier.
Peek up the chimney to see if like the flue's open or there's a, I don't know, the bats hid their life savings or something up there.
Yeah. Nope. There's just residual smoke in the chimney area.
Delicious.
Across the floor, I already described there was the amount of GP and silver, right?
Yeah.
Not any other treasure probably would have burned up, so you only get the metal stuff.
Okay. Yeah, it's just
The
having
conflagration.
because we kind of just ran in, grabbed the money, and then panicked
You
when Lycius came. So just giving this
Well-
room a bit more of a.
Yeah, well, there was that Sorchian rod. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah, I
that?
picked that up.
Okay. Yeah. That was the other thing of note. Other than that, that's it.
Does it still smell like incense of bromance in here?
The residual wafts, right? But it's getting diluted the more and more it goes. It kind of all went up in smoke in one turn.
Yeah.
All right. The dwarf pries open the door and gets a whiff of more. It's not as bad as the sludge pool, but it's definitely a privy. There is so this room is just a really, really small offshoot. I
Like
With
a
the PDF of
literal
it.
privy.
Yeah, literally like a 10 by 10 square, and it's got a hole in it for the privy. It's a 3-foot diameter hole. It's got a marble plug. I assume one of you looks down.
Stab it with your pole. See how far it goes.
Sure, I'll pull it
Yeah.
down.
It might be a way down to
You're-
bypass sting
you're-
bats.
You hit your staff hits metal. Clinks. You ask someone to bring over the torch down, and you can see that rungs have been hammered into this privy shaft at regular intervals. This has not been used. This place has not been used in obviously, decades and decades.
But do the rungs look sturdy or like rusted and broken? And
No.
do they look safe?
Yeah, they do look pretty safe. They look pretty like steel.
Well, what do you say, boys? Do we climb down the poop ladder or head back with what we got for the day?
Does anybody want to test the depth of this thing? Is that something you would do, or?
I could drop an iron spike.
I don't know. Do we want to warn whatever's at the bottom of it?
Yeah, I'm not trying to lead you. That would warn it, but also you would know how deep it goes.
Well, oh, I thought you meant warn as in like a good thing to do, not a.
I don't know. Sure. What?
No.
In fact,
Do you have a rope?
No, I don't. Yeah.
do.
Sorry.
I do have a rope. Sorry, I'm just I'm clocking the time, and we should be through another torch. I'm just marking that off. That's the last torch that I'm carrying. So we don't want to chuck that down.
I have one more torch and a lantern, also.
Do
But
we
I
wanna-
also have an iron spike we could throw down. So, if we want to tie it to your rope and do it by feel or just do it by sound.
Oh, wait, yeah, let's tie it to the rope, and see.
Okay.
If it's over 60 feet.
It's over 60 feet.
That's a
Okay.
long climb.
You can't even like see it. Like at the bottom, right? With you, I imagine you put the iron spike on the rope, right? Dinging it down, and no, it just gets lost into the void. But you can feel that there's no resistance, right? It's just kind of swaying a little bit. Keeps going. But there's still rungs in the dark, right? Like it does hit a rung occasionally, right? So the rungs continue down, but whatever the depth of this is, it's more than the rope.
Might be something to come back to.
Yeah, I
later
think we
date.
want to be a bit more prepared for that.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think we've.
Yeah,
potentially
the
all
only
doors
thing
then.
I would maybe suggest, like if we go down the stairs just to scope out that first room, but there might be a bunch of sting bats in there.
Yeah.
Maybe just save that entirely.
Yeah, we've done pretty well. I don't want us to throw it away at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've got 1 hit point. I've got 3 hit points. A lucky hit from a sting bat on each of us, and Gond is suddenly a very rich dwarf, making it out by himself.
It's gonna push us in front of the sting bats.
Yeah. You've been respecting him pretty well so far. We're still gonna have to test loyalty to see if he comes back, but like in general, he's if you try to abuse him, he would have been like, fine, if I'm kicking down this door, I'm getting an extra, I get first sight of the treasure, like you can expect things like that if you're not being nice to people, or like you're asking them to clearly risk. So okay,
We just gave him that chainmail.
yeah, he's
We're worried about his health.
yeah, he's vibing, right? He's good. I think you got plenty of treasure, enough to keep a first level explorer satisfied. Anyways, yeah, so you want to go check down the stairs?
No, I think we'll pop back.
Yeah.
Don't want this thing. Don't want to slip down the stairs, get stuck or something.
Right. It's going to take I'd say 2 dungeon turns to go back. So between the 1 in the privy and the 2 down, that's another encounter test. Okay. Yep. You've been having it too easily, says the dice. So 1 second, let me see how many. Okay. Awesome. And okay. Between you, so you're going down that main hallway, right? Beelining it to the jam double doors to go to the stairs, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Scurrying down that hallway, towards you, squeezing through those double doors, is a pair of giant rats. They see your light and they hiss, but they're like, don't get any closer kind of hiss. Like they're not gonna charge you or anything crazy like that.
They're right here at the entrance.
Yeah.
We throw a
Do you want to?
pack of rations down here. Down this side passage.
Anyone got rations left?
I got 3 rations. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you do approach them, with the rations out. So like they're definitely like hissing and they're backing up, being like, what the hell are you doing, kind of thing. But then you throw the rations out, and then they, you see their ratty, warty noses go to the air, and they scurry down, and you see them like hiss and fight over a centipede that's also come down here, and they're clearly like, having Jets, the Jets versus Sharks West Side Story situation, as you all in the animal kingdom, as you all move the stairs. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. And just dash back up to the plaza.
Yep. You dash up to the plaza. So then there's only going to be 1 encounter roll for going through the city, and you're fine. Cool. You make it back to the inn. You guys are only gone for probably half a day.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nice, good extract.
Good, very, very.
Pretty good turnout for half a day's work.
Yeah.
Kept it moving. Right. So, do we want to spend some time identifying anything, or,
Yeah. So there was the magic scroll, which
Yeah, you want to detect you have detect magic, don't you? Oh, you lost it for the day, though.
I've lost it for the day.
Okay.
But if it is, I can read Mithric. Is that enough to get an idea of what it is?
Yeah. So if it was cursed, it wouldn't tell you if it was cursed, right? But reading the Mithric, and your knowledge. This is a collegiate scroll, right? It's a Thothian college scroll. So assuming that you were trained in a similar style, yeah, this looks like a basic spell of seeing magical lines, like detect magic. So it's a scroll of detect magic.
Okay.
But at least, let me be more clear. This could be an illusory scroll. So maybe it's designed and disguised to look like a scroll of detect magic, right? That's also a possibility. So you can't just always rely on what you see, but your eyes are showing you this definitely says detect magic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, another day when my detect magic spell is working again.
Yeah.
That might make things easier. When the detect magic did work for that 1 round.
When everything
so
lit
I can't
up.
remember if you said the Sortian rod.
Yeah, it definitely did.
And did the fancy boot light up as magical?
Yes, it It does. I'm gonna say that elven boots come up as magical because they have magical effects, but they're just elf stuff. Yeah, just say yeah.
Okay.
Now, the magic doesn't. The other question I had about the boot is that you need both boots for it to have the effect. So I don't know if one boot registers as magical unless you have both. So, but I'm just gonna say yeah, for simplicity's sake. I don't know. Someone else could rule that differently, but I think that's what I'm gonna say. But pretty good treasure.
Yeah.
Don't forget I owe you a
didn't
map.
identify the staff, right?
What was that, sorry?
You didn't identify the staff, right?
No. So we know it's magical, but we don't know what it does.
Yeah.
Um,
And then, okay. I think that's all the loot that I just posted.
yeah, that matches up.
What you will know by the staff picking it up is that if used in combat, it would be a club. I feel like that's fair. You would know that mechanical, like it's as efficient as a club for combat.
Okay. And what does it take to identify something? Is that a downtime?
Yep, you can do downtime or in play, you can say, hey, I'm just gonna cast detect magic.
Okay.
Oh, but you have to wait a long rest. So
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
we are in play. So what I will say is that if you're okay with this, both of you can spend 1 gold piece, aka like spend your daily rate in game staying at the inn, and then go ahead and you can get your spell back for the next day, right? So like I don't normally care about expenses, but if in play, if you want to worry about wasting time, or fast forwarding time like that, then pay your expenses like you would a normal campaign, and then you could go on.
Sure.
Is that cool?
Gold?
Yeah.
Shoot.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I shall roll and hope for 2 successes.
What's the first one?
16 and then an 11.
Right. What's the
So the-
16 on though? I didn't know what you were doing.
Oh,
Remind
there's
me.
on casting detect magic.
Yeah, but what were you detecting it on is my question.
Oh, the staff.
Okay. The Sorchian staff is a +1 club.
Awesome. Okay. And then I will turn my focus onto this supposed scroll
Mhm.
of detect magic.
Yep, it's definitely detect magic,
Okay.
which is it's a glyph of a Spider-Man pointing at you. You cast the spell.
Okay. And then while I'm on a roll, I will turn the focus onto the boot.
Yes. This is an eponymous boot of elven kind.
Okay. I mean, it's a classic thiefy thing. So
Yeah.
if
Lets you tread silently.
if you want to hop silently and hope that you find the other boot,
Yeah.
you're welcome to it.
I'll hold on to it for now. Can I just assume this is also part of leather armor? And like replace my normal boot with it until I get the other one?
Yeah. Yeah, you can wear the boot. Yeah.
Okay,
allow
so I'm
that.
not just like carrying around one boot in my backpack.
No. You will look like a doofus, but yes,
Yeah.
you can do it.
That's fine. And the longsword was just vendor trash. And what else did we give Gone to carry? A short sword?
Short sword as well.
That's trash. Okay.
And then I think most of his other slots were filled up with coins and
Yeah, he
the
had all the coins.
gold powder.
So yeah, how much does a longsword and short sword sell for? 20 gold or something? 10 gold?
Yeah, so for purposes of experience, a longsword is 10 and a short sword is 7 experience. So, me.
And also, in terms of gold, is that like I take it that 10 and 7 is the half value?
No, those are
No?
in terms. Yeah, they will be getting half value gold for you, right? But you get XP for the treasure, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So there's a differential between what you're walking away with gold wise and your experience, right? Your experience is going to be slightly higher, right? It's like
Oh, right. Okay.
right because if you
Okay. So
think of
when we sell
it
them,
makes
we'll
more
get
sense.
5
Yeah,
and 3.5.
yeah. Like it makes more sense when it's like a bigger thing. But like, think of like a gem, right? Like if you sold a 500, if you got a gem that's worth 500, you get 500 experience. But then you appraise it and it's 450, so you get a little bit less. You know, it's like that logic. But the gem was worth 500. That's what you brought back. So that therefore you're entitled to the XP of 500. At least that's how I want to do it. It does mean a little more burden of XP and gold never always being equal, but that's fine.
I can work with that.
And we split the actual coins 3 ways.
Do we split?
Or
He dwarf gets a full share of
Yeah.
treasure and XP. Split.
No, I believe he doesn't get a full share.
Is it half share XP?
Yeah, he gets. He will get a full share of XP. He's getting a half share of treasure.
Okay.
I believe that's. Let me check the services.
So-
No, sorry.
So-
Sorry. They get half share treasure, half share XP.
Okay.
So how do we divide the treasure by 2.5?
Yeah.
If we what's the total? Let's get this added up.
I'm starting to do already.
I keep updating that one message there. It has the total coins and stuff now too.
Oh, you already did that. You're the best.
Yeah.
So then let's just do first 324 gold divided by 2.5.
Oh no, add it all together and then divide it. Let's not. It's going to be fractions all over the place. It's a nightmare.
Well, I mean, there's nothing else to sell.
I know, but I mean, if you do 324 and then add on like as a fraction of that, and then a fraction of the gold dust, and then a fraction of the.
No. I combined the coins, the coin pouch, and the gold dust all together.
Oh right, okay, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that 324 is the total.
That's the total.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, when I read total coins, I thought it was just the coins and not the other stuff. Right. I'm with you.
I mean, are you including? You're also getting. Oh yeah, so this is experience, right? Let's do experience, because then you're getting a fraction of that of some of the gold for the selling of the equipment and what have you. So total gold plus the so plus the 17 from the swords, right?
Yes.
So it's 324 plus 17.
Plus
yeah.
the silver, 10 silver to the gold.
Yep. So that's another 38. Technically 38.4. Now we divide that by 2.5. That is 151. I'm gonna round down. I've been kind of rounding down for that, so it's 151 experience.
Okay.
That's divided by 2.5.
Per person? Or everybody gets 151 XP, and then Gond gets half that.
So the grand total with everything is 379.4. So I guess I should, to get the individual.
So Gon gets 75, we get 151. No.
Okay.
If he gets a half share.
I cannot do math today. Full XP 151.
130.
Can you update Gond with his experience chair? And then treasure is going to be 341 plus 38. But then you're going to add 5 and 3. Or 5 and 4 because actually the leftover silver and the 0.4 silver are going to add, so it's going to be another plus 8. You have 387 gold. So do you just like should I just divide this by half a share and then double?
If you divide it by 5, we'll call it Gonda's getting 1 share and we're getting 2 shares each, so there's 5 shares total. So
that makes sense. Yeah.
Divide by 5 gives 77.4 for Gond gold.
Yeah.
And double that for us, which is 154.8.
Nice. So 154 gold and 8 silver.
Okay. And 151 XP.
Righto. Who's keeping the Sorchin staff?
Acreon makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
It's like a teacher's beat you rod if you don't listen in class thing.
It's true. It is a club. A club of authority.
Yeah. It looks nice, but Akron can't use a club. Wizards aren't training clubs.
Ah.
If you want it as a kosh,
I will
make use of it.
I will wager something with you all. Gond will succeed at his loyalty test if you let him get it. And he'll be available next time.
I mean, you're
cool with
detect
that?
magic, or you identified the staff and it didn't have any other magical effect aside being a +1 club, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I assumed it being tied to like the teachers and stuff, it would have done some magical boost or something. But yeah. I mean, if it's just a club, I mean, YOLO, give it to him.
Yeah.
Then he will be. Then no need to roll a loyalty test at the end to see if he's like, hey, I'm out looking for other opportunities. He is available. So that's a great find. What I would say though, because you do bring up a good point about the like, why doesn't this rod seems really awesome and it's only like a +1 club? That seems kind of weird, that kind of thing. I think your detect magic and knowledge of this kind of stuff would be like, yes, normally these things do have like additional effects that tend to be like they can augment a spellcaster's stuff. Like you can kind of almost like hold a charge of a spell. But this one doesn't have that capability.
Maybe we need to recharge it, bash some heads in, absorb their brain.
So if anything, the age of this rod means that it's probably like this is almost like a replica.
Okay, so it's a knockoff substandard rod. Okay. Sure. Well, I'm fine with giving it to Gon still. And yeah, go on an adventure again with him sometime in the future.
Nice.
I'll go and buy some proper armor with all that bleed.
Yeah, he's got chainmail. You can just get it fitted properly.
Yeah, he'll just take his chainmail. That makes his AC what, 14?
16? It's not 14 plus dex for chainmail.
Oh yeah, it's 14 plus dex. Yeah, 16. That's great.
Good upgrade.
$13 plus dex is chainmail.
13 plus dex. Oh. Okay, so 15. Still an improvement.
Okay,
I think
happy days.
I need to carouse. Do I have
Yeah.
anything to do for downtime?
Yep. Downtime means you're down for a week. You can do all sorts of stuff. You could research some of the stuff that was brought up today. I'm always going to be a big proponent of that, but you can do whatever you want. You can follow up on veracity of rumors that you know about. Again, not telling you what to do here, but like an example of something that I would view as valid would be like you heard about like he went to Arcanum and stuff like that. So maybe you're like, oh, what's the latest lead on Arcanum in the dungeon, right?
Yeah, so the research would basically be like the history with Kaitor, the Gavdo, whatever he thought his name was, the Arcanum, the Black Gates.
Adrianic, yeah, like the stuff you heard today.
Yeah, basically all that stuff from him.
Yeah, or like, what's the latest on one of the Thorshan missing treasures, right? Did anybody hear anything? Something more about the famous places. Like, for example, yeah.
Is that gather rumors, or is that different from fact find?
That's different than fact finding.
Okay.
Fact finding is, hey, I have something I want to get more information on. Rumors is like, I don't know. Just give me something.
Yeah. I don't have, and I get 2, so I could do gather rumors while fact finding one thing, and then I just don't do carousing.
Carousing is fun.
It is,
but also carousing means the minimum that you wager is 100 gold.
And I only have 150 for it. So
yeah, so you're basically automatically spending 100 gold, if not more.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I will just gather rumors and fact find about this Black Gate and the Obsidian Gates, what's related to them, where they're thought to be, and stuff like that.
Okay. I'll get you that answer along with the map later.
Do you need me to roll for anything, or?
No. This represents dutiful work over the week.
Okay.
So you said you're fact finding on the Obsidian Gates, and what was the second part? Sorry, I'm just putting it down in my notes.
Just gather some rumors.
And gather rumors. Nice. Steve, are you still having thoughts?
I'm gonna carouse. For
yeah.
one. I'm just trying to think about what the second action would be. Maybe research on the see if we can find out anything more about Lankius's like adventuring party, Givril and Cater and all that. Are there any records of who they were and what they were doing besides looking for Arcanum?
Yeah.
Yeah. Carousing wise, it's D20%. So like so it's just gonna round up to 100.
Yeah.
And then
Consult the table.
Straight D10.
Yeah. Straight D10. Yeah, you're not a bard.
Nope.
I'm gonna allow bards to roll 2 and pick for carousing. A 10! Strange brew.
400 XP.
Very, very nice. Okay. You roll a D10 for me.
Two.
Okay. Do you want to sip your red cinnamon potion that you got?
Sure.
Cool. Can you roll a D4 for me? Okay.
1.
It reminds you of the effects from the pool.
Oh.
So it is a healing potion.
Cheeky little healing potion.
Did you drink from the right flask?
It is the minorest of effects of the healing potion. Just like the one from the pool. But I mean, still pretty good.
I'm not gonna turn my nose up at that. Does the flask that we filled up from the pool, does
Who has
the
that?
potency of that last, or does it?
Yeah, it lasts.
So Gon carried it out.
Yeah. Did Gon give it back to one of you?
No, but I mean, is he just sort of chilling with us? We didn't piss him off, so
Yeah, he'll chill with it.
maybe he's just kind of hanging out.
Yeah. It's literally a D4 healing potion.
Okay. Is my one the same? Just D4.
Correct.
Okay. Gon had a pretty good adventure. New armor, magic weapon, healing potion.
More
Not
than
bad
most.
for some weaklings.
Right? Well, some folks will spend 3 hours and you'll get like 27 XP at the end of the day. Oh, I didn't give you XP for combat. Get ready for like 30 XP. So for starters, you get to deal with the big boy, the horse-sized carrion crawler. You did defeat him. That'd be the most experience that you would probably get tonight.
Oh, locking him in the room.
So that was, yeah. So that's Gond would get 50, and you two would get 100. The Sturges, okay. Gond would get 36, and you would get 72. Because there were 18 of them total. I'm not giving you any XP for the rats. Call me cruel.
You said 76?
Yeah, 76. I'm just kidding. Each of you should get 10 XP for the rats. Nice job there.
And what does that boot of Elven kind do once I find the other one? It said it makes me stealthier.
Yeah, so it will make the difficulty tests for you to move silently a DC 9.
Oh, okay. Nice. But only once I have both.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Sweet. Everybody took care of their stuff. Did you update Gon's XP? Okay, you're doing it now.
Yeah, just doing it.
Yeah, very cool. But nah, bravo for y'all avoiding most of the combats.
Oh yeah, that's what happens when we're scared.
Yep.
Sweet, thanks.
Yeah.
Good game.
Gonna head to bed.
Yeah. I know, right?
See
Awesome.
ya.
Well, thanks everyone.
All right.
Have a good one.
Nice one. Catch you later, guys.